Today in Brainrot Evolution, we're gonna go over yet again why Tung Tung Sahur is banned. Ooh, I just got this. All right, and we'll also try to work towards our Omega Patapim. All right, so this really, by the way, if you guys can, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and make sure you have notifications on so you know when I upload. I'll be uploading more Brainrot every single day, as long as I don't miss. But yeah, let's go over why. I've had people reach out to me and even comment saying, okay, you guys, here is why Tung Tung Sahur is gone from Brainrot Evolution and other Brainrots as well. So apparently the creator of the Tung Tung Sahur has asked to have it removed from the game. Okay, now that's very interesting. I don't know if it has to do with a copyright issue or a trademark issue, but I was looking into it deeper, and this is where it becomes in a legal gray area. And I'm not defending the game, and I'm not defending the creator either. I'm just on a third party. I'm viewing this as a player of the game, and that's about it. But it also begs the question, what is copyrighted for all the Brainrot? Does that mean, you know, we got rid of Tung Tung Sahur? What if we have to get rid of everybody? That's gonna suck. Like, what if we have to get rid of Cappuccino Assassino? What if we have to get rid of Frigo Camelo or Sigma Boy? You know? Or Giraffe Celeste or La Vaca, you know? That's not gonna be a good time. And I was looking into it further, and apparently there is a legal gray area. So let's go ahead and go over this. So with AI isn't Tung Tung Sahur the AI character, right? He's an AI generated image, and everyone makes him based off of the Tung Tung Sahur image, right? By the way, while we're yapping and talking about this, what do I have to do for quests here? Let's go ahead and kill 50 monsters, a bunch of bosses, and open some eggs. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just morph into our Tung Tung Sahur. I'm gonna say this is his cousin. Sahur. Definitely. All right, but anyways, so I'm looking over some legality stuff with, you know, what is claimed ownership on AI generated, machine generated content. This is where it gets kind of weird, right? Now, if the creator said like, oh no, I came up with this idea entirely, I drew him, and then I put it in AI so he can make a picture of it, or the machine, not he, the machine can make a picture of it, then that just makes sense. But I don't think that AI generated image characters that you could just say, oh, fuse a baboon and a log, and then make it called Babooni Laguni, and then give it an Italian name and call it Italian Brainrot, and now I have Babooni Laguni, and I own it now. You can't use it. I don't think that's how that works. I'm not too sure. Now, I know for a fact that when you do YouTube videos about stuff, you have fair use when you critique and commentate, inform, educate, transform the video, record the footage with your own, you know, I'm recording my own footage like this video right now, right? But yeah, that's a whole different thing. By the way, fair use is totally like, it subjects a video to be, you know, allowed to be used and to be commercialized. So there's that. Let's go ahead and go up to a higher power here. Global heights. Now we do have Nightmare Sahur. Oh, let's go ahead and defeat our clone here. I'm not gonna watch an ad. Yeah. So we still have a Nightmare Sahur, which also begs the question, like, other Sahurs are okay, but Tung Tung Sahur got to be removed. And a lot of people are saying, I know that, shout out to It's Elam or It's Emil. I think he ran a poll saying, do you guys want Tung Tung Sahur back? Do you guys want the other Brainrot back? Based off of my memory, from what I can tell that's changed, is now we have... Exactly, we have Tralalelo, Tralala. Let's see who else. Who else actually changed? I don't think anything else changed. Patapim seems like he has a different picture. Oh, here we go. Cravellino, Cavallino Chechechino. What was this before? What was this? Was this Tata Sahur? Is he gone? Oh no, he's right there. Okay. Who was this before? Because I'm pretty sure he was not that. If they got rid of La Vaca, oh, everybody, it would be on fire, you guys. It would be a big controversy, I bet. I don't think anybody else got changed on Larila Desert. The name got changed too. Now it's just Patapim. That's interesting. Tralalera Ocean. This is different, right? Oh no, this is the same. We have Orcalero, which is honestly a really cool character, and they could have definitely implemented him a little bit later into the universe. Especially, have you guys heard that Brainrot rap? It's actually like really good, and they include like Orcalero, Orcala, and it just rolls off the tongue. It's nice. But yeah, I'm very curious to see if like all the other characters got removed because the creator said, get rid of it, or else I will take down your game. I don't know if that's what happened. I'm not too sure. But yeah, this guy's also new. Tic Tac Toc Afamok. Yeah, Tic Tac Toc Afamok. And then we have Salamino Pinguino. This guy actually looks dope, and I'm a little disappointed that they implemented such cool new characters in lower tier areas, you know? Yeah, but I'm just looking up some generalized copyright law, and it says right here, the United States Copyright Office 2025 reports emphasize that AI outputs are only copyrightable if a human adds sufficient expressive content, like manually editing the image, combining it with hand-drawn elements, and curating multiple generations into a unique final work. So it's a gray area. It's a gray area, you guys. Now, if this is 100% AI generated, then it needs to be like under enough transformation. But the fact that it does exist along all these Roblox games and all over YouTube and like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, it's everywhere, right? It's the new trend. Brainrot is awesome, you know? But it also begs the question, so who owns all Brainrot? Who owns the Brainrot? Everyone knows it as Brainrot. It is just Italian Brainrot, but everyone just calls it Brainrot. They have Italian names. In fact, some of them have like Spanish sounding names. I know it, you know, some of them do sound Spanish-like. Some of them are just made up. I think some characters are just like, I think they're just fan-made, but like, who owns all of it? Does the person that made the character and the AI-generated utility like Grok or ChatGPT or any other AI-generated image platform, like who owns it? I know that on the AI systems, whoever puts it in, gets it out, you own that. Like you own those rights to that. The AI company actually doesn't own it. So if I said, I'm going to make a character, and since all the names are Italian, let's say I want to make an Italian name. I'm going to make a rock, a salami, and a cat, and call it Rock Slammy Catarini. And if you know, Rock Slammy Catarini, do I own that character, or is that just like everybody gets to use it? You know, it's just like, well, I put in the input of a salami with a rock and a cat, and now it's Rock Slammy Catarini. Like, if that's the case, hey, everybody in the comment section, give me a bunch of ideas for Brainrots, and let's make them. Let's make a Discord, and we'll make a bunch of Brainrots, and then we could all say we all created this as a community, and they're all free to use. Every game on Roblox can use my Brainrots. These are going to be honors Italian Brainrots. Like, is that how that goes? I don't know. I don't know how that goes, but that's pretty much the premise of all the characters, and I feel like a lot of the characters are created from the fans of the community that want to make funny pictures, honestly. I feel like everybody loves the Brainrots because they're funny little animal characters. Like, look at this dude. I'm a buff orange giraffe. Like, I'm Undin pretty much, but with a giraffe head. Like, it's just, it's cool fusions. That's all it is. It's cool fusions. That is it. And then you put an Italian sounding name. It's not even real Italian. So, yeah, I'm very curious. I'm very curious. You know, if this is 100% AI generated and we're taking inspirations from 100% AI generated image, that's like if I made a meme on ChatGPT, it got 10 billion views on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, freaking everywhere, right? Collectively, it gets 10 trillion views. It's the biggest meme in the world, right? For the year. And a bunch of people make fan-made inspiration creations based off of it. Like, but I used AI to make that 100% like off the image, then I don't think it would. I don't think I could be like, I copyrighted this. You don't own it. Now, if Tung Tung Sahur, I do think it's actually trademarked. It's actually trademarked. So, you know, once it's finalized, then that's what happens. And then after that, so okay, let's say the U.S. Copyright Office says, you know what? Yes, we give you the copyright for this. Okay, all right. That means they do have the right to be like, I'm gonna take that down. I'm gonna ask you to please remove that, or I'm gonna ask a licensing deal for you to get that. And then there's more arguments on, well, you made that image, but did you make the game? It becomes a big legal gray area. And like, I don't have personal experience in this, but I kind of do, because I did play a lot of games that went through this problem with the whole skibbity toilet stuff, and that was really a big gray area for a lot of games. A lot of games went through something like this because the creator wanted to take down all the games, which really was super confusing. So let's say someone did have the copyright for all Brainrots, right? Which would be tragic. That would be tragic. And I don't think they would be able to be like, well, I own the idea of fusing an animal with an inanimate object, or a humanoid monster with an inanimate object. Like, no. We can go ahead and do what I said. We can go ahead and do a Discord community, and we can make our own Brainrots, make them all free for everybody to use, and make games on them, and make characters, models, and everything out of them, right? We can totally do that, because I don't think nobody can own the idea of fusing an animal with an inanimate object, or a monster with an inanimate object, giving it an Italian-sounding name, and Baba Booey. I don't think anybody can own that idea. It can't. And then on top of that, the schematics of the character is being drawn out by AI 100%. Then other people are taking inspiration to make it. I really do think Tung Tung Sahur can be back in the game, and all the other Brainrots could be back in the game. I think they could. It would be pretty messy, and I'm not defending for it. I'm not requesting it, by the way. I'm just saying, from where it sounds like, like I said, I'm standing neutral ground here. I'm trying to lean on both sides, because you got to look at it from both sides. You got to look at it like, well, what if you did make a meme, it got viral, and then everybody started making games on it, and then they got super mega successful and super rich, and you didn't, but you created it. Wouldn't you be very upset? I'm pretty sure you would. But then there's a bunch of legal gray areas, like how I was saying, where if you're not doing any copyright infringement, or it's transformative enough to not be copyright infringement, then everyone is totally in the right to make inspirations based off of that. In fact, a lot of content that is popularized in the universe of the world that we live in is inspired by different works. You can say Dragon Ball Z inspired 90% of all anime after its creation, and inspiration of transformations and beam clashes and fighting. Yeah, a lot of people took ideas from Dragon Ball Z. That is a true fact. A lot of animes did. So that's why copyright and fair use exists. If it wasn't, then dude, we would have like not that many popular series, and they would be dominating the entertainment industry. So yeah, I'm not fighting for it to be back. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just saying I'm doing some research. I looked up if AI generated stuff was copywritten, or would it be passing as copyright. Now, copyright infringement is totally different from, like, I think abusing a trademark, and it's got to be positively done. And there's like a bunch of factors of fair use, like if it's transformative enough, if it's not if it's different, if the content isn't generated directly from like the person who originally created it. Also, if it's competing with the market value of the original like person that made it. But if they're not making any money off of it, then I don't see how that's, how you're competing with them, especially if it's like in a game aspect. So I'm not really too sure on how it all works. It's very confusing, and we're entering a new era. Like, this is actually pretty revolutionary. And to find that it originated off of a meme is pretty crazy. This is the biggest meme, I think, especially on Roblox in 2025. Like the Brainrot stuff, it's big. You have Steal a Brainrot, you got Brainrot Evolution, you got a bunch of other Brainrot games that are pretty big. It's a pretty big trend. It's probably not the biggest trend, but it's pretty up there. I'd have to say it's pretty big. And every year we're gonna get a new trend. There's probably gonna be a new thing where people are gonna use AI to create some cool characters, and then all those cool characters become popular. And yeah, but honestly, I could see the Italian Brainrot trend being popular for a long time. What do you guys think? And what do you guys think about the whole situation? I need your guys' comments in the comment section right now. What do you guys think? Is Tung Tung Sahur and all the Italian Brainrots, are they copyrightable or are they not? Are they too generalized? Are they mostly made by a machine? And is it fair use to be in the game? Now, like I said, I'm not arguing, I'm not fighting for the... Why do I have this guy up in here? Do I want to accept? I'll accept. Yo, he's got the new secret. I was not expecting anybody up in here, but he totally got that new secret. I don't even know how to get the new secret, but anyways. Like I said, I'm not fighting for the return of whatchamacallit. I'm not fighting for it. I'm just saying, cause that really begs the question, right? It really begs the question. If Tung Tung Sahur got removed, you know, then wouldn't others get removed as well by other creators? Or is everybody just kind of cool with their own thing? Cause yeah, I don't know. And I'm not bashing the original creator of Tung Tung Sahur. Like he could do and request what he likes, but I don't know where it stands legally for the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that works. I don't know. I just don't know. It gets it into a big legal gray area. That's the thing with a lot of Roblox games these days. They're based off of like new trends and stuff. It's best to just have a good relationship with the original creator and the game, you know? That's probably the best way to go about it, rather than get really hairy and have lawsuits and all of that, you know? It gets really hairy, but yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? I actually think that if, you know, it's based on whoever made it, we should probably make our own Brainrots. We should make a Discord server and make a bunch of Brainrots, give them Italian names. All it is like, all right, let's make a character, fuse it with either an animal, with an inanimate object, or even a monster-like character, and you fuse it with an inanimate object. Like, look at this dude right here. He's a freaking human with a big nose, big bushy eyebrows. He looks kind of devious, and he's a soccer ball with the side eye, and he's got cowboy boots on. You got this book right here that's also like a human, kind of looking like something out of SpongeBob. And then of course you have the animal types where it's like animal head with an inanimate object, or I guess a cactus, and then you have literal crocs. So yeah, very, very interesting. And then you could literally give it a name like Rhino Cactusino Futino, or Futino Rhino Cactusino. What's the name of that character? Let's go ahead and see really quick. It's Tricky-Tracatelas. Wait, Tricky-Tracatelas. Yeah, very, very interesting. Do I want to trade? What's the trade? Let's see. What do we have here? Whoa, you can trade crates. Wow. I will accept 5 crates. Thank you very much. Oh, this guy wants pets. Okay, I'm not trading right now. I'm trying to record a YouTube video. All right, but yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Is Italian Brainrot copyrightable? And he just left. Alrighty. Anyways, like the video, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, and bye-bye.